Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Friday. Got 12 matchups on this NBA slate today. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Working our way to 20K subs. And checking on my betting links in the description below. Really great promo, especially with BetMGM. Get up to 1,500 in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't hit. So go ahead and check that out. And other great promos in the description below. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate today. Starting with the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Indiana Pacers. Pacers opening up as a 5.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 234.5. Thunder coming into this matchup 52-24. The Pacers 43-35. Head-to-head, the Pacers are 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. SGA and Jalen Williams are both out for the Thunder here. OKC on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a 35-point Boston loss. The Thunder coming off a Brooklyn loss. The Pacers coming off a Brooklyn loss. OKC 1-4 on the road against Indiana, 2-7 against Indiana, 3-6 covering against the Pacers. They just haven't been good against the Pacers here. And without SGA and Jalen Williams, I just don't love OKC on the road here. I think I'm going to roll with the Pacers minus 5.5 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Orlando Magic versus the Charlotte Hornets. Magic opening up as an 11.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 206. Magic coming into this matchup 45-31. The Hornets 18-58. Head-to-head, the Magic 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Been pretty dominant there. Orlando on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a Pelicans win. Charlotte on a 4-game losing streak, coming off a Portland loss. The Magic 5-0 against Charlotte, 5-0 covering against Charlotte, where they've been pretty dominant here. I expect another dominating game for the Magic. With the Magic minus 11.5 in money line on the road today. Next matchup, we've got the Portland Trail Blazers versus the Washington Wizards. Wizards opening up as a 2.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 223.5. Blazers coming into this matchup 20-56. The Wizards 15-62. Head-to-head, Portland 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Portland coming off a Charlotte win 89-86. Washington coming off a Lakers loss. Portland, they're 6-0 covering on the road against Washington. 7-3 against Washington. 7-3 covering against Washington. They've been very good against the Wizards here. I think they're a decent dog today. It's an ugly matchup, but I'd take a shot with Portland plus 2.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Sacramento Kings versus the Boston Celtics. Boston opening up as a 9.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 226. Kings coming into this matchup 44-32. Boston 60-16. Head-to-head, Boston 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Jaylen Brown's questionable, so is Derek White, so be sure to check their statuses. Sacramento coming off a Knicks loss yesterday. Boston, they're on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a 35-point Thunder win. Sacramento 0-5 against Boston, 0-5 covering against Boston, and then they're 1-14 on the road against Boston. Those numbers are just absolutely horrible, and yeah, I think we're going to roll with Boston minus 9.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Pistons versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies opening up as a 1-point home favorite with the over-under at 211.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 13-63. Memphis 26-50. Head-to-head, Memphis 9-1 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. No Cade Cunningham in this matchup. They got a lot of guys out as well. Ugly looking matchup here. Detroit on a 2-game losing streak. They're 1-9 in their last 10. Memphis quietly on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a big Bucks win. And biggest win of their season, I'd say. Horrible matchup. Detroit dealing with so many injuries. Give me the Grizzlies money line at home today. Next matchup, we got the Miami Heat versus the Houston Rockets. Heat opening up as a 2.5-point road favorite with the over-under at 215.5. Heat coming into this matchup 42-34. The Rockets 38-38. The Heat 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. They're coming off a back-to-back, coming off a 4-point 76ers loss yesterday. Then Houston coming off a 23-point Warriors loss yesterday, so not a good look right there. Miami 7-0 against Houston, 5-1-1 covering on the road against Houston. They've been really good against the Rockets here. And yeah, the Rockets just coming off a beatdown. It's been a tough 3-game stretch for the Rockets because they were playing so good here. I think I got to roll with the Heat -2.5 in money line on the road with Houston struggling. Next matchup, we got the New York Knicks versus the Chicago Bulls. Bulls opening up as a 1.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 212. Knicks coming into this matchup 45-31. The Bulls 36-40. Head-to-head, the Knicks are 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. I don't see any crazy and any new injuries or anything to report. Knicks coming off a big Sacramento win yesterday. Chicago, they're coming off a bad Atlanta loss. The Knicks 4-1 against the Bulls, 4-1 covering against the Bulls here. The under's hitting 5 of their last 6 on the road against Chicago, so maybe the under could be a play. And I'm liking the plus money with the Knicks, and I'll take the Knicks +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Antonio Spurs versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans opening up as an 11.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 219. Spurs coming into this matchup 18-58. The Pelicans 45-31. Head-to-head, the Pelicans 9-1 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Spurs on a 2-game losing streak coming off a Denver loss. Pelicans on a 3-game losing streak coming off a Magic loss. They just haven't looked good, especially without Brandon Ingram. Zion's questionable. Jose Alvarado's out. And you could tell they just haven't played well. And this is a lot of points for a team that's been struggling. Spurs haven't been the best against the Pelicans. They're 0-8 against the Pelicans here, but they are 5-0 covering the spread right now. So they've had double-digit underdog games the last 2 games, and they've gotten the cover. I think I'm going to take the Spurs +11.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Toronto Raptors versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks opening up as a 15-point home favorite with the over-under at 228.5. Raptors coming into this matchup 23-53. The Bucks 47-29. Head-to-head, Toronto 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Toronto, they've lost their last 10 and beyond. It's just been horrible for Toronto. The Bucks on a 2-game losing streak coming off a Memphis loss. Bucks haven't played good either. But Toronto 0-7 on the road. This just, honestly, if the Bucks weren't playing Toronto, I'd probably pick anyone else. But this Toronto team is just bad. They get blown out by pretty much everybody. So I think we're going to go with a big bounce back win for the Bucks. Give me the Bucks -15. Throw them in a teaser. Next matchup, we got the Golden State Warriors versus the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas opening up as a 5-point home favorite with the over-under at 225.5. Warriors coming into this matchup 42-34. Dallas 46-30. Head-to-head, the Warriors are 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Mavs on a back-to-back. Hopefully they don't rest anybody. The Warriors just beat the Mavs 104-100. That was a home game for the Warriors here. Now they're at home against Dallas, coming off a big Atlanta win yesterday. The Warriors 1-6 covering on the road against Dallas. 1-5 covering against Dallas. So the last one against Dallas was the first time they've covered in a while. The overs hit in Dallas is 6 of their last 8 against the Warriors here. And I like the Mavs at home. Warriors have been bad on the road there. And as long as everybody's playing for the Mavs, should be a good game. But I like the Mavs. It was a close game last time. I like the Mavs to pull through here. Give me the Mavs -5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we've got the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Phoenix Suns. Suns opening up as a 4-point home favorite with the over-under at 216.5. Minnesota coming into this matchup 53-23. The Suns 45-31. Head-to-head, Phoenix 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. I don't see any major injuries here. Minnesota on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Toronto win. Phoenix on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Cleveland win. Minnesota hasn't been good against Phoenix. They're 0-7 covering against Phoenix, 1-8 against the Suns, 0-5 covering on the road against the Suns. I mean, they've just been horrible against the Suns. It's kind of crazy how bad they've been against them. The overs hit in 5 of their last 7 against Minnesota, so maybe the over's a good play. But yeah, just reading the numbers with how bad they have been against Phoenix here, I think I got to roll Phoenix -4 in money line at home. Then the last matchup, we got the Utah Jazz versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers opening up as a 12.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 223.5. Jazz coming into this matchup 29-47. The Clippers 48-28. Head-to-head, Utah 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Utah, they've lost their last 10 plus. It's just been horrible for the Jazz. Clippers coming off a big 2-point win against Denver last night. Utah 1-6 on the road against the Clippers, 0-11 on the road. I just don't have too much confidence in the Clippers. No Kawhi Leonard, but Utah missing John Collins, Jordan Clarkson. So I don't think it really matters. Give me the Clippers -12.5 in money line at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.